This evening, East Bank squatters want Venezuelan migrants to move. Venezuelan national murdered in alleged robbery. BOJAYA massacre. After 17 years, victims' remains returned. And Iraq protesters demand education. Greetings and welcome to this edition of Headline News Update. I am George Gonzalez. Thank you for joining us. Today marks the 41st anniversary of the Jonestown Massacre. On November 18, 1978, over 918 persons, mostly Americans, lost their lives in what is still considered the single deadliest day for American citizens prior to the September 11 terrorist attacks. That day also marked the first time a sitting U.S. congressman was murdered in the line of duty. Early this morning, a Venezuelan national was murdered during an alleged robbery on the east bank of Demerara. Here's Esther Sobers with that story.
Police are hunting for two suspects who fatally stabbed a Venezuelan national during the wee hours of Monday morning. Dead is 22-year-old William Flores of Post Office Street, Grove, East Bank, Demerara. He was killed during a robbery at the Grove Public Road, East Bank, Demerara, in the vicinity of Bounty Supermarket. Headline News spoke to a close friend of Flores, who related that the man only had one family member residing in Guyana. Prior to his death, someone stole money from the man, and it's alleged that he confronted the man again the night of his demise.
Una persona se acercó a él a quitarle algo.
Saturday night, somebody come to him and take away something from him.
Y él anoche lo conoció.
Entonces, and last night, the boy see him.
Él le dijo, and he tell the person, what happened you remember me last night, what you tell me? And then él se fue corriendo, he gone wrong, con un puñal, con un big knife.
And he come back
with a knife.
According to police reports, the victim was sitting on the western side of the public road when he was approached by the suspects on bicycles. One of the suspects brandished a knife, demanding that he hand over his possession, during which a scuffle ensued between them. The victim was stabbed twice. He was brought to the Diamond Diagnostic Center, where he is pronounced dead on arrival. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. Coming up after the break, East Bank squatters want Venezuelan migrants to move.
Maison Francois chocolatier is a liquidy cake, teasing your taste buds. It's handmade, it's chocolate, it's true, it's healthy, organic, delicious, and nutritious. Have a taste of our chocolates, cakes, and much more in a variety of flavors like never before. Try our peppermint, walnut ginger, coconut rum cream, and pistachio, only at Maison Chocolatier, 45 Garnet Street, Georgetown. And also indulge in our Saturday and Sunday breakfast, lunch, and afternoon tea only by reservations. Telephone 648-2619. Maison Francois Chocolatier, the best chocolates you ever have.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Wouldn't it be nice if we didn't have so much waste to dispose of in the landfill? Well, composting can help us reduce the waste we dispose of by turning our organic waste into compost, which can be used to improve the quality of our soil.
Composting is very simple and convenient.
You can compost using organic waste such as vegetable skins.
Or fallen leaves and cut grass and put this in a composting bin or pile. Compost can help your garden grow healthy plants
while reducing your volume of waste. It's a really good way to keep our communities clean and healthy.
So, let's all start composting our waste.
Find out how easy it is. Call us on 226-2189 or 227-8429 or visit our website moc.gov.ui. A message from the Ministry of Communities in collaboration with the Inter-American Development Bank.
Are you running out of ideas of what gift to buy? Scared of getting the wrong size or color or something they already have? Why not try a gift certificate from John Lewis Styles? Available in any dollar value and can be used towards clothing, shoes, and accessories. Let the person choose exactly what they want and they'll definitely be happy. Gift certificates can also be used as employee bonuses, sales incentives, and office gift exchanges. So try our gift certificates today. John Lewis Styles, simply different.
Welcome back. This morning, the International Labor Organization kicked off a 4-day skills anticipation training workshop at the Cara Lodge Hotel in Georgetown. According to the Board of Industrial Training, the purpose of the workshop is to strengthen the capacity of technical and vocational education instructors and curriculum developers by introducing the use of various methodologies to collect and analyze quantitative and qualitative data for forecasting current and future skills requirements, as well as to review the curriculum to include green skills in different occupational programs. The approaches to skills anticipation is essential to Green TVET and updating the curricula to achieve relevance with the labor market and employer needs. We now turn our attention back to Grove, East Bank, Demerara, where Esther Sobers tells us that local squatters are taking issue with the recent influx of Venezuelans moving in.
Struggling to survive the hardship of the life, persons who are squatting along the Golden Grove to Little Diamond Sea Dam on the east bank of Demerara are raising concerns about the growing number of Venezuelans moving in their squatting area. Headline News visited the area along the east bank of Demerara and spoke to the local squatters.
When I tell them the government say, don't encourage nobody else to come and build, they come in after their own and do the thing. If they come night and throw down little wood, they come and they bully me. Want to take myself, no problem, telling people one thing over and over. But we try to tell them, don't come and infect it and don't come and do something for put we in no problem because we there in it, sister. We there in it. It's an healthy for the kids. And
Kingston, a father of 11, continued to lament the unsanitary conditions of the river dam. He and his children live in the area which is prone to flooding and waterborne diseases. The father, along with other squatters, pled for the government to allot them a house lot. They also asked that the government give the Venezuelan squatters areas to live in.
Then on the other hand, we got some of the Spanish them coming and want to say it's free land behind here. It's not no free land, this is squatting land. You know, and not even squatting land, it's a reserve, you know. Because if the government decide they could move us from here. So the government know it got a couple of us here. And they told us, don't let nobody come and infect this one side here, Bill here, because you know when the guy might come to do the trench, we want no problem that we not got to move, you know.
Other residents also spoke of the influx of Venezuelan squatters, whom they claim are sometimes a nuisance to the environment, as they are often engaged in fights and theft of electricity.
Persons would look at it that, oh, we might be selfish because we don't want anybody to leave. But it's not like that. It's because we have to go with what the people said. We gotta move, use instruction, go with the instruction. If we instruct to do something, we gotta go ahead.
To do about the situation?
We would have loved to have a plot of land, but I mean, some of us cannot pay the kind of money that they're having lands for. At least a security officer like me can't afford to pay a plot of land for like 1.2 and 1.1 million.
All along the river dam lives dozens of people of different ethnicities, age, and belief. As we further walked along the dam, we spoke to a Venezuelan squatter by the name of Sadi. Sadi has been living in the area for the past 4 months. According to her, she was told to move to the area by a friend. It is challenging living under these circumstances with 4 children and a husband, but she is grateful to be living in Guyana, which is better than her hometown in Venezuela.
Un poco I can't take my children to school. They have to be here at the moment. My husband is trying to gather money to go somewhere else to live. My brother and husband go out to work to try to support the family.
Since the collapse of the Venezuelan economy, approximately 36,400 Venezuelan migrants fled to Guyana. Guyana has been accommodating the children of migrants into the school system. According to United States Department of State officials, Venezuelans continue to experience anti-migrant sentiments from some host communities and reportedly face heightened risk of sexual exploitation and human trafficking. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. After the break, BOJAYA massacre. After 17 years, victims' remains returned, and Iraq protesters demand education.
Are you running out of ideas of what gift to buy? Scared of getting the wrong size or color or something they already have? Why not try a gift certificate from John Lewis Styles? Available in any dollar value and can be used towards clothing, shoes, and accessories. Let the person choose exactly what they want and they'll definitely be happy. Gift certificates can also be used as employee bonuses, sales incentives, and office gift exchanges. So try our gift certificates today. John Lewis Styles, simply different.
Are you kidding me? Really? So wrong. That is not what we were taught at the Green Generation Guyana camp.
Is this the correct way to do it? Drivers, you have two options that you can use. First, you can temporarily put your empty plastic bottles in the trunk of your vehicle or on the ground on the passenger side next to you. Or secondly, place them in the nearest garbage bin you see. We need you to play your part in helping us keep the environment clean and healthy. A message from the Ministry of Communities, Green Generation Guyana Sanitation Program. For more information, please contact us on 592-227-2605, or you may find us on the World Wide Web at www.moc.gov.gy.
Maison Francois chocolatier is elite with a cake, teasing your taste buds. It's handmade, it's chocolate, it's true, it's healthy, organic, delicious, and nutritious. Have a taste of our chocolates, cakes, and much more in a variety of flavors like never before. Try our peppermint, walnut ginger, coconut rum cream, and pistachio. Only at Maison Chocolatier, 45 Garnet Street, Georgetown. And also indulge in our Saturday and Sunday breakfast, lunch, and afternoon tea only by reservations. Telephone 648-2619. Maison Francois Chocolatier, the best chocolates you ever have.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Welcome back. In the region, survivors of the worst massacres committed by FARC rebels during Colombia's civil conflict are finally receiving the remains of their loved ones. Al Jazeera's Alessandro Rampieri reports.
These mourners have waited a very long time for this day. The remains of the victims of the worst massacre committed by FARC rebels during the country's civil conflict are finally back where they belong, almost 2 decades later. White coffins for children, brown for adults.
There is Emiliano Palacio, my father, Ana Cecilia, my mother, and Emilson, he's my brother.
Maria Pascuala was waiting for 6 of them.
For the first time I feel some peace because we got our family back. It's an important step because they will receive a Christian burial, but will never forget the pain and emptiness they've left behind.
On May 2, 2002, confrontations between FARC rebels and paramilitary forces erupted in the riverside town of BOJAYA in the western jungle province of Chocó. A cylinder bomb launched by the rebels fell on the church where the community took refuge. At least 74 died in what became known as the BOJAYA massacre. Nearly everyone here was affected. There's not much left of the old city of BOJAYA. The bodies mutilated by the bomb ended up in communal graves, and the community fled to the closest city more than 3 hours downriver. When they came back, they found their town had been razed to the ground. Eventually, a new town was built not far from the old one, but the community remained in a state of suspended grief until the signing of a peace deal with FARC rebels in 2016. Then a 2.5-year-long process to identify the remains started with the help of the United Nations. FARC leaders have since asked the community for forgiveness, but while the rebels are gone, many of the factors that led to the massacre remain.
There are new criminal groups or reorganized, or we don't know exactly who they are, but certainly criminal groups, they are occupying the territories. Colombia does not need just the military presence, but rural development, social development, and this is the most difficult part.
Residents say fear persists as a remaining rebel group, the ELN, and paramilitary gangs vie for control of a region where illegal mining and cocaine trafficking dominate.
I think this process and our work and that of the people that supported us through it all makes sense, only if we make sure it will never happen again.
For now, the community is finally able to begin the process of healing a wound that had remained open for far too long. Alessandro Rampietti, Al Jazeera, BOJAYA.
And internationally, a makeshift library near the center of protests in Iraq's capital is becoming a hub of learning. Al Jazeera's Natasha Gomnaim reports.
There's a saying here: the Egyptians write, the Lebanese publish, and the Iraqis read. They're doing just that in Tahrir Square, the epicenter of the protests in Baghdad. Iraqis are stopping by a library opened last month. It's in an abandoned building that has become a landmark during weeks of anti-government demonstrations.
There are people who didn't finish their studies or they have a low educational level. This will motivate them when they see people reading here. There are educated people encouraging them to succeed and return to school.
This library is a gift to protesters. It's operated by the well-known El Mada Institute, which publishes a daily newspaper. Thousands of books in Arabic and English, ranging in topics from cinema to science, have been donated. Hassan Youssef is an injured veteran of the Iran-Iraq War in the 1980s. He says it's clear someone doesn't like this library in the building nicknamed the Turkish Restaurant, which used to be on the top floor.
The side being attacked most here in the Turkish restaurant is the library. It upsets our enemies and the officials that attack the protesters. It's not all about using weapons. We can fight using knowledge and culture.
One of the protesters' main complaints is what they say is the deterioration of the educational system, such as 50 students often packed into one classroom. Illiteracy is also a concern. The Iraqi Human Rights Commission says around 8 million 15 to 25-year-olds can't read or write, including a high proportion of young women.
Of course, what happened with the deterioration of the educational system in Iraq, it's on purpose for the Iraqi people. In 2019, we have schools made from mud. It's a catastrophe.
News of the library has spread. More books are on the way. The Ministry of Culture is planning to set up a tent in Tahrir Square filled with reading material. The war veteran Hassan Youssef hopes the government understands. These young people are creating what he calls a revolution of culture and ideas intended to transform Iraq. Natasha Ghanem, Al Jazeera, Baghdad.
Here is the 3-day weather forecast. And that's all for this edition of Headline News Update. Tune in Tuesday at 7 p.m. for another episode. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow us on Facebook and YouTube, or visit our website at headlinenewsguyana.com for more news. Until then, take care.